out with family and friends. Today is Friday. What is it? March 10th, something like that. 10th, something, whatever. Yeah. So it's Friday. It's the weekend. We have high school hockey tournaments, state tournament going on in the state, and our city is doing pretty good. They're gonna play championship tomorrow. So that's going on this weekend. I got a couple of parts I want to put on my AR-10. One. Yeah, I'll show you later what I'm talking about. And we have a snowstorm. We have a blizzard warning going on here starting tomorrow morning. Right now, I call it the calm before the storm. It's actually a super nice day out there. Like it's like sunny and calm, no wind. But that's gonna change starting tomorrow morning. So it's gonna be one of those hunker down days. Hunker down and wait out the storm, and then probably the second part of the week we're gonna have to clean up, plow and whatnot. So that's kind of what I'm planning on filming this weekend. But yeah, I'll have to reorganize the garage a little bit. My wife is working this weekend, so she'll have this out of here. I'm gonna put different vehicles and whatnot and make sure I have everything clear, so when it's time to plow I don't have to move 100 vehicles around. So that's kind of the plan. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna go make some supper and then come out and play with the AR and put on what I got for it. So yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so this is the game plan here. So I want to take off these iron sights from this baby. Take off these iron sights and try to mount one of these. It's a green dot actually. Don't eat my gun, dummy. So I got one of these side mount thingies, offset rail mounts, and then we're gonna try to mount this Romeo 7S from 6 Hour over here somewhere. So it's probably right over here. Yeah, because I want to make sure this one doesn't, when the shells come out, they don't hit the side too bad. So yeah, we'll see how that all works out. But that's the plan, and then I'm gonna see if I can put these iron sights onto my AR-15, which looks a little tight right now, but I'm thinking might be able to move this forward just enough to put the iron sight on here. Yeah, I guess we'll see how it works. High school hockey is on TV. I got a beer going over here. Well, not yet, but I will. We have Dakota as an assistant, and then I'll see if I'll have time to clean off these two babies too, since I'm working on these. They need a little bit of cleaning. So yeah, alright, well, see what happens here. Well, this is what we came up with. So this thing is a little bit too tight over here. Even if I move this forward, there was no way I can mount it here. So we mount it a little bit forward. Looks kind of like that, which is not bad actually. Yeah, it works pretty good. So we can look in there. That's hard to do. Anyway, we can transition from that right over to this easy. Wish I can see the green dot in this damn thing. I guess it's in there, but it's hard with this phone camera. And I can see it with my naked eye, not with the camera. Huh. Interesting. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Anyway, it's actually a pretty easy transition. See, I see it's kind of reflecting. Oh, it's because I have multiple cameras going at the same time. Weird. But yeah, I mean, it's easy to acquire with my naked eye. The camera just being goofy. It kind of blends the scope and the green dot together. Huh. Anyway, I think this should work. It's an easy transition. Goes from here just to right over here, and I can see it just fine. So I think it'll work. I'll do some shooting hopefully Sunday after the storm is gone. I can take it out and try to shoot a few rounds with it and do the transition and whatnot. Main reason why I wanted to have that is during last deer season, I had to go and finish off all my wife's deer and ended up finding one of my brother-in-law's. Oh, let's see, this is complicated. Brother-in-law's son-in-law shot a deer. So we ended up looking for it, and once we found it, of course, the scope was kind of goofy because it was dark, it was nighttime. Could not use the scope. And I tried the iron sights, and it was kind of hard to acquire, even with my flashlight going. So my hope is green dot's gonna be a lot easier. Plus, I mean, even 100 yards and under, I can just use the green dot. I don't even have to use the scope when I even hunt on the power line. So that's kind of the hope. So I think I'll leave this the way it is. Yeah, I used my SIG scope this year, and actually it wasn't actually too bad. Closer to about end of shooting time, there was a couple times when I seen some deer, but it was like way down there. I want to say over 400 yards, and it was hard to see. But at that point, I don't even like to shoot at them anyway, because it's hard to go and find and track when it's that far out, right before dark. So I won't hold that against the scope at all. Yeah. So now I want to see if I can get these iron sights on this puppy and see what we can do there. Well, this is not gonna work. Yeah. No matter how I try to put this on there, there's just no room. No room over there. No room over here. I tried to move this forward, but for some reason the rail just doesn't line up. Like these slots and the slots up here don't line up. So then if I move this up here, then the back one doesn't match up with one of these. I'm not sure why is that. So I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, I'll have to make a decision. See, for this one, like my daughter likes to use it for deer hunting, so I want to leave the scope on it. And she shoots between 1 and 200 yards. So I don't know if I want to have a red dot on it. But this one is also nice for other creatures such as coyotes and skunks and whatnot. This is my AR-15. It's a 223 5.56, and I have some pretty decent rounds for deer, and I have some varmint rounds for it, so it's nice to have for that kind of things. But I think I'll just keep the scope on it and call it good. Yeah. And of course, this is my AR-10 6.5 Creedmoor. This is my deer hunting one, and also this one I can reach way out there if I need to reach after coyotes and whatnot. That's why I like this one. And then, like I said, the green dot is nice, so I can up to 100 yards. I would use the green dot even on the power line hunting deer, and then also going looking for deer, wounded deer or whatnot. It's nice to have that option close up. So I think, yeah, I'll try to get a few rounds through it hopefully this weekend and see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to clean these babies up a little bit. They're my carry guns. So yeah, I like to keep them somewhat clean. So usually my plan is to clean them. Ah, man. Yeah, so this is my SIG. It's my, as you can see, my X5 P320 X5 Legion. And I also have, I think it's turned off now, but I also have red dot on this one. I have red dot, and I also have the sights that marry up, the original sights. I can't really see it on the phone that nice. So when the green dot is off, when the red dot is off, I can still use my sights. So let me see. Hey, look at that! I found a different video mode that can actually film that. You can see the green dot in there. This one actually shuts off automatically, so I don't have to turn it off. It's motion activated. So yeah, cool. Oh yeah, look at that. You can do that, and just flop it over, and you have your green dot. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I want to clean these up, these babies up. Like I said, especially this one, I carry all the time. So winter time I carry this one because it's a little bit bulkier, but I don't really mind it because in the winter time it's easy to conceal, so it's not a big deal. So I want to clean this up, and this is my XDM, a Springfield Armory, my XDM. This is mostly my summer carry, but I also have it in a vehicle out in the winter time, so she does get a little bit of rust and whatnot, so I gotta clean this up too. So yeah, I cleaned these up a little bit, and then yeah, they're both 9, so I like that. Ammo is interchangeable. I also like to shoot my ammo, my carry ammo, every about 6 months. I shoot them and I put new ammo in, especially up here where I live in Minnesota. You come in and out all the time, and condensation, moisture, and just the cold and warm, it's not good for it, so it's nice to clean it, to shoot it and put new ammo in there. So depending on how this Sunday goes for weather, I might empty these guys and actually have an extra magazine for each that has the same age ammo. So fingers crossed, plan is to do that this Sunday. Shoot both And actually, I'm gonna wait to clean them even. Come think of it, I'd rather just shoot them first, then clean the guns after we shot them, and so they should be good to go for another couple of 3 months. So that's what I'll do. I'm not even gonna clean them tonight. So yeah, that's about it for today. I wanna finish that beer and then go in the house, spend some time with the dogs. Kind of bummed that I couldn't put those iron sights on here, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm super excited that I was able to put the green dot in here, and I'm just excited to see how it works. So hopefully I'll have time to do that this Sunday. I mean, I know I'll have time, but it's all gonna be dependent on the weather and how much snow I have to push and clean and stuff. So alright, well, stay tuned. Yeah, this is what it looks like today, Saturday. Good day to stay in the house. Alright, let's go. Yeah, today is Sunday, and this is what we're dealing with. It's still pretty windy out. I'd like to get going on cleaning up the yard, but holy man. Oh, not when it's this windy. I do have to clean out the boiler also. It's that time of the week. Man, I might do the boiler first. Hopefully the wind dies down by that time. Then I can move on to plow the yard. Well, not sure how much I'm gonna get done and how. If the wind doesn't die down today, I won't be able to do any shooting as far as gun goes. Yeah. Okay. Well, put the dogs back in the house, then I'll do some shoveling around here and get the boiler cleaned out. Well, this is fun. I definitely have to build myself a wood shed. I had to dig just so I can get to my wood over there. Whew. And then this is what we're dealing with now. It's not going too bad, I guess. And the wind is somewhat dying down. So yeah, I'll keep going on this. Next week is in the 30s almost all week, so I'm sure we're gonna lose a lot of the snow. But until then, I do have to have it somewhat clean. Oh, okay, I'll shovel some of this crap out of here and over there so I can push it. Then I'll just keep going. Okay, so far so good. I think the truck and I both need a break. That thing has an awesome heater in it. It's freaking makes me sweat. Alright, let's have a beer. I think I'm gonna do that side next. I want to be able to get to the shed and stuff. So yeah. Well, I gave the birds some food. They were all out. And I gotta run to town. He's sad. Gotta run to town because I have a small leak. The hydraulic fluid in the plow, and now it's too low, so I can't even lift the thing anymore. So I have to run to town before I can finish doing this. Okay. Otherwise, it's not going too bad. I just gotta finish back here, and then I'll be good to go. Well, I guess we'll call this good. I lifted the plow a little bit. I have shoes on it, and I put them a little bit higher because I started catching stuff. it's kind of rough when it started melting and then it froze again and then it snowed on top of it, so it's kind of sketchy. Very challenging to plow when that happens, but here we are. It's all good to go. Those are the trees I'm gonna have to cut down once we lose some more snow, hopefully in a couple of weeks. I have about 16 different size trees over there that I'm gonna have to try to cut down. And yeah, I think my plan is to cut them down, delimb them, and just have a brush pile over there with all the limbs, so I can just burn them on the spot, and then cut up the wood and split it right there. So I'm only gonna handle it one time, pull it up in my little trailer, and then come and pile it in that lane two or whatever. So that's the plan for those babies. Otherwise, pretty decent snowbanks. I wanted to make sure that trailer stays kind of not plugged in case I get some more of those pallets. Would be nice to get some more, take them apart. My strong 4 or 5 cord of wood that was over there, it's all gone now. So the last of it is in that trailer. Yeah, I think we'll be in good shape now. I'm gonna go let the dogs out a little bit so they can come out and relax. Otherwise, everything else looks okay. I'm still looking for a tranny for this thing. I don't know if I want to spend the $2,000 to rebuild one or just find a used one. I'm still debating. But yeah, this job is done. It's still pretty windy, so I don't think I'll be shooting the guns today. But while I was plowing, I kind of had a little epiphany when it comes to that AR-15. There's no reason why I couldn't move those rings. There's no reason why I couldn't move those rings on that scope to fit the rail. I don't know, some days it takes a guy a little bit to think about things before it actually makes sense. So I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. Move the rings on the scope itself to fit the rail, and that way I should be able to, well, I'm gonna try to fit those iron sights on that AR-15. Right now I'm gonna go let the dogs out. They've been in the house for the last 2, 3, 4 hours, so I'm gonna go let them out so they can chillax a little bit and run around and see what we're gonna do for supper. Last night was daylight savings time, so it's actually 3 o'clock instead of 2. But yeah, I'll do that and then hopefully come back out and see if I can get that AR-15 figured out. And like I said, I won't be shooting the guns today. It's just way too windy and whatnot. So yeah, but the weather looks really nice the next couple of weeks. Actually, it cools off for a couple of days, but for most part it's in the 30s. It's sunny, so we're gonna lose snow really fast. So hopefully we get to shoot the guns here in the next couple of weeks, especially with the AR-15. If I'm gonna move those rings and mess with the scope, for sure I'm gonna have to sight that one in and make sure it's on and ready to go. So yeah, we'll have skunks coming out here pretty soon. We see them already, but around the house we have a few that hang around. I'm not sure where they sleep in the wintertime, but I know they'll be around, so I want to have guns ready for that, and squirrels and stuff. So yeah, okay, go let the dogs out, see what happens. Well, here we are. We did make it work. I just had to move this ring a little bit, and it worked out just fine. So yeah, we can look through it that way. Let's see. Whoop. Or whoop. Haha. This is a little tougher than I thought with this thing. There we go. Yeah. Can't do it with the phone, but quick transition, easy to acquire, and yeah, I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna just have to go out there and try to shoot it now. I think next week or a couple of weeks from now, especially since I messed with the scope. I want to make sure it's still on. Should be pretty close. And then I want to put a few rounds through it with the iron sights. So heck yeah, I'm happy. I don't know why I didn't think about that at first. My brain was foggy or something. So yeah, I'll put this baby away, and then Sunday evening now, so it's time to go and get ready for the week. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, and maybe see you in the next video.